Taipei, officially known as Taipei City, is the capital city and a special municipality of Taiwan. Sitting at the northern tip of the state, Taipei City is an enclave of the municipality of New Taipei City. It is about 25 kilometers southwest of the northern port city Keelung. Most of the city is located on the Taipei Basin, an ancient lakebed bounded by the two relatively narrow valleys of the Keelung and Xindian rivers, which join to form the Tamsui River along the city's western border. The city proper is home to an estimated population of 2,693,672 in 2009, forming the core part of the Taipei-Keelung metropolitan area, which includes the nearby cities of New Taipei and Keelung with a population of 6,900,273, the 40th most populous urban area in the world. The name Taipei can refer either to the whole metropolitan area of the city proper. Taipei is the political, economic, educational, and cultural center of Taiwan, and one of the major hubs of the Chinese-speaking world. Considered to be a global city, Taipei is part of a major high-tech industrial area. Railways, high-speed rail, highways, airports, and bus lines connect Taipei with all parts of the island. The city is served by two airports, Taipei Songshan and Taiwan Taoyuan. Taipei is home to various world-famous architectural and cultural landmarks which include Taipei 101, Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, Dalongdong Baoan Temple, Xingtian Kong, Mangjia Longshan Temple, National Palace Museum, Presidential Office Building, Taipei Guest House, Ximending, and several night markets dispersing over the city. Its natural features such as Maokong, Jiangmingshan, and Hot Springs are also well known to international visitors. As the capital city, Taipei is sometimes used as a synecdoche for Taiwan, due to the ongoing controversy over the political status of Taiwan. The name Chinese Taipei is designated for official use when Taiwanese governmental representatives and national teams participate in some international organizations or international sporting events in order to avoid extensive political controversy by using other names. History. Prior to the significant influx of Han Chinese immigrants, the region of Taipei Basin was mainly inhabited by the Ketagalan Plains Aborigines. The number of Han immigrants gradually increased in the early 18th century under Qing dynasty rule after the government began permitting development in the area. In 1875, the northern part of the island was incorporated into the new Taipei prefecture. The Qing dynasty of China made Taipei the temporary capital of Fujian Taiwan province in 1886 when Taiwan was separated from Fujian province. Taipei was formally made the provincial capital in 1894. Japan acquired Taiwan in 1895 under the Treaty of Shimonoseki after the First Sino-Japanese War. Taiwan became a colony of Imperial Japan with Taihoku as its capital, in which the city was administered under Taihoku Prefecture. Taiwan's Japanese rulers embarked on an extensive program of advanced urban planning that featured extensive railroad links. A number of Taipei landmarks and cultural institutions date from this period. Following the Japanese surrender of 1945, control of Taiwan was handed to the Republic of China. After losing mainland China to the Chinese Communist Party in the Chinese Civil War, the ruling Kuomintang relocated the ROC government to Taiwan and declared Taipei the provisional capital of the ROC in December 1949. In 1990, Taipei provided the backdrop for the Wild Lily student rallies that moved Taiwanese society from one-party rule to multi-party democracy. The city is today home to Taiwan's democratically elected national government. First settlements. The region known as the Taipei Basin was home to Ketagalan tribes before the 18th century. Han Chinese, mainly from Fujian province of Qing Dynasty China, began to settle in the Taipei Basin in 1709. In the late 19th century, the Taipei area, where the major Han Chinese settlements in northern Taiwan and one of the designated overseas trade ports, Tamsui, were located, gained economic importance due to the booming overseas trade, especially that of tea export. In 1875, the northern part of Taiwan was separated from Taiwan Prefecture and incorporated into the new Taipei Prefecture as a new administrative entity of the Qing dynasty, having been established of joining the flourishing townships of Bangka, Dalongdong, and Tuatusha. The new prefectural capital was known as Chengnei. The inner city and government buildings were erected there. From 1875 until the beginning of Japanese rule in 1895, Taipei was part of Tamsui County of Taipei Prefecture and the prefectural capital. In 1885, work commenced to create an independent Taiwan province, and Taipei City was temporarily made the provincial capital. Taipei officially became the capital of Taiwan in 1894. All that remains from the Qing era is the North Gate. The West Gate and city walls were demolished by the Japanese, while the South Gate, Little South Gate, and East Gate were extensively modified by the Kuomintang and have lost much of their original character. Empire of Japan as settlement. For losing the First Sino-Japanese War, China ceded the island of Taiwan to the Empire of Japan in 1895 as part of the Treaty of Shimonoseki. After the Japanese takeover, Taipei, called Taihoko in Japanese, was retained as the capital and emerged as the political center of the Japanese colonial government. During that time, the city acquired the characteristics of an administrative center, including many new public buildings and housing for civil servants. Much of the architecture of Taipei dates from the period of Japanese rule, including the presidential building, which was the office of the Governor-General of Taiwan. During Japanese rule, Taihoko was incorporated in 1920 as part of Taihoko Prefecture. It included Bangka, Tuatusha, and Jonna among other small settlements. The eastern village of Matsuyama was annexed into Taihoko City in 1938. Upon the Japanese defeat in the Pacific War and its consequent surrender in August 1945, the Kuomintang assumed control of Taiwan. Subsequently, a temporary office of the Taiwan Province Administrative Governor was established in Taipei City, Republic of China. In 1947, the KMT government under Chiang Kai-shek declared island-wide martial law in Taiwan as a result of the February 28 incident, which began with incidents in Taipei but led to an island-wide crackdown on the local population by forces loyal to Chiang. 2 years later, on December 7, 1949, Chiang and the Kuomintang were forced to flee mainland China by the Communists at the Chinese Civil War. The refugees declared Taipei to be the provisional capital of a continuing Republic of China, with the official capital at Nanjing, even though that city was under communist control. Taipei expanded greatly in the decades after 1949, and as approved on December 30, 1966 by the Executive Yuan, Taipei was declared a special centrally administered municipality on July 1, 1967 and given the administrative status of a province. In the following year, Taipei City expanded again by annexing Shilin, Beitou, Nihu, Nangang, Jingmei, and Mura. At the time, the city's total area increased fourfold through absorbing several outlying towns and villages, and the population increased to 1.56 million people. The city's population, which had reached 1 million in the early 1960s, also expanded rapidly after 1967, exceeding 2 million by the mid-1970s. Although growth within the city itself gradually slowed thereafter, its population had become relatively stable by the mid-1990s. Taipei remained one of the world's most densely populated urban areas, and the population continued to increase in the region surrounding the city, notably along the corridor between Taipei and Keelung. In 1990, Taipei's 16 districts were consolidated into the current 12 districts. Mass democracy rallies that year in the plaza around Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall led to an island-wide transition to multi-party democracy, where legislators are chosen via regularly scheduled popular elections. During the presidency of Li Tenghui. Geography. Taipei City is located in the Taipei Basin in northern Taiwan. It is bordered by the Xindian River on the south and the Tamsui River on the west. The generally low-lying terrain of the central areas on the western side of the municipality slopes upward to the south and east, and especially to the north, where it reaches 1,120 meters. Its Sising Mountain, the highest volcano in Taiwan in Yangmingshan National Park. The northern districts of Shilin and Beitou extend north of the Keelung River and are bordered by Yangmingshan National Park. The Taipei city limits cover an area ranked 16th of 25 among all counties and cities in Taiwan. Two peaks, Sising Mountain and Mount Dayton, rise to the northeast of the city. Sising Mountain is located on the Dayton volcano group and the tallest mountain at the rim of the Taipei Basin, with its main peak at 1,120 meters. Mount Dayton's main peak is 1,092 meters. These former volcanoes make up the western section of Yangmingshan National Park, extending from Mount Dayton northward to Mount Kaigongkang, located on a broad saddle between two mountains. The area also contains the marshy Dayton Pond. To the southeast of the city lie the Songshan Hills and the Qingshui Ravine, which form a barrier of lush woods. Climate. Taipei has a monsoon-influenced humid subtropical climate. Summers are long-lasting, hot and humid, accompanied by occasional heavy rainstorms and typhoons, while winters are short, generally warm and generally very foggy due to the northeasterly winds from the vast Siberian high being intensified by the pooling of this cooler air in the Taipei Basin. As of the rest of northern Taiwan, daytime temperatures of Taipei can often peak above 26 degrees Celsius during a warm winter day, while it can dip below 26 degrees Celsius during a rainy summer's afternoon. Occasional cold fronts during the winter months can drop the daily temperature by 3 to 5 degrees Celsius, though temperatures rarely drop below 10 degrees Celsius. Extreme temperatures ranged from -0.2 degrees Celsius on February 13, 1901 to 39.3 degrees Celsius on August 8, 2013, while snow has never been recorded in the city besides on mountains located within the city limits such as Mount Yangmingshan. Due to Taiwan's location in the Pacific Ocean, it is affected by the Pacific typhoon season, which occurs between June and October. Air quality. When compared to other Asian cities, Taipei has excellent capabilities for managing air quality in the city. Its rainy climate, location near the coast, and strong environmental regulations have prevented air pollution from becoming a substantial health issue, at least compared to cities in Southeast Asia and industrial mainland China. However, smog is extremely common and there is poor visibility throughout throughout the city after rainless days. Motor vehicle engine exhaust, particularly from motor scooters, is a source of air pollution in Taipei. The levels of fine particulate matter, including PAHs, are consistently more serious in the mornings as there is less air movement. Sunlight helps clear up some pollutants, which tend to be trapped close to the ground. Occasionally, dust storms from mainland China can temporarily bring extremely poor air quality to the city. Cityscape demographics. Taipei City is home to 2,686,516 people, while the metropolitan area has a population of 7,028,583 people. The population of the city has been decreasing in recent years, while the population of the adjacent New Taipei has been increasing. The population lost, while rapid in its early years, has been stabilized by new lower-density development and campaigns designed to increase birth rate in the city. The population has begun to rise since 2010, due to Taipei's geography and location in the Taipei Basin, as well as differing times of economic development of its districts. Taipei's population is not evenly distributed. The districts of Dan, Songshan, and Datong are the most densely populated. These districts, along with adjacent communities such as Yonghai and Zhonghai, contain some of the most densely populated neighborhoods in the world. In 2008, the crude birth rate stood at 7.88%, while the mortality rate stood at 5.94%. A decreasing and rapidly aging population is an important issue for the city. By the end of 2009, 1 in 10 people in Taipei was over 65 years of age. Residents who had obtained a college education or higher accounted for 43.48% of the population, and the literacy rate stood at 99.18%. Like the rest of Taiwan, Taipei is composed of 4 major ethnic groups: Hoklos, mainlanders, Hakkas, and Aborigines. Although Hoklos and mainlanders form the majority of the population of the city, in recent decades many Hakkas have moved into the city. The Aboriginal population in the city stands at 12,862, concentrated mostly in the suburban districts. Foreigners numbered 52,426 at the end of 2008. Economy. As the center of Taiwan's largest conurbation, Taipei has been at the center of rapid economic development in the country and has now become one of the global cities in the production of high technology and its components. This is part of the so-called Taiwan miracle, which has seen dramatic growth in the city following foreign direct investment in the 1960s. Taiwan is now a creditor economy, holding one of the world's largest foreign exchange reserves of over $403 billion as of December 2012. Despite the Asian financial crisis, the economy continues to expand at about 5% per year, with virtually full employment and low inflation. As of 2013, the nominal GDP per capita in Taipei City is lower than that in Hong Kong by a narrow margin, according to The Economist. Furthermore, according to Financial Times, GDP per capita based on purchasing power parity in Taipei in 2015 is $44,173 United States dollars. Behind that in Singapore and Hong Kong. Taipei and its environs have long been the foremost industrial area of Taiwan, consisting of industries of the secondary and tertiary sectors. Most of the country's important factories producing textiles and apparel are located there. Other industries include the manufacture of electronic products and components, electrical machinery and equipment, printed materials, precision equipment, and foods and beverages. Such companies include Keelung Electric, Cipher Lab and Inside Software. Shipbuilding, including yachts and other pleasure craft, is done in the port of Keelung northeast of the city. Services, including those related to commerce, transportation, and banking, have become increasingly important. Tourism is a small but significant component of the local economy, with international visitors totaling almost 3 million in 2008. Taipei has many top tourist attractions and contributes a significant amount to the $6.8 billion tourism industry in Taiwan. National brands such as Asus, Chunghwa Telecom, Mandarin Airlines, Tatung, and Uniair D-Link are headquartered in Taipei City.